season finale at Kentucky Speedway. We've got a 1-point cushion from Alan Kundman coming into tonight. Will he be able to hold off Tyler Snyder? We're going to find out, as these boys have got a numerous amount of laps to put down to decide a champion. And welcome live here from Kentucky Speedway. Of course, we can't forget about that Premier Series that's going to be coming up March 18th. The season officially gets started, but we've got duels coming your way on March 11th, so keep an eye out for those. So I was mentioning in the very opening of the show, Alan Kundman is currently leading Tyler Snyder in this development series by 1 point. It's probably going to be a matter of who finishes ahead of who to grab a championship tonight. As we see Alan on screen right now, keep your eye out for that number 2 car. The other car to keep an eye on is going to be that 00 of Tyler Snyder. Tyler doesn't look like he's on track right now, but speaking of Alan, let's get to know Alan a little bit better. We did this interview a couple weeks back and hadn't had a chance to air it, so this is a little bit behind the scenes with Alan Kundman.
Alan, thanks for joining us, buddy.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right, well, let's get straight to it. Where are you from?
Good old little town, Blackstone, Virginia.
Awesome. Why number 2?
Well, that's my favorite driver's number currently. So I was a Dale Jr. fan. Once he retired, I moved on to Brad. So I've been running that 2 number.
And if you had to name a kid after one NASCAR driver, who would it be?
Oh man, I'd probably have to say Dale. Dale Earnhardt was the man when I was a kid. So.
All right, favorite emoji?
Probably the crying, laughing face.
Sports team?
Virginia Tech.
Favorite NASCAR driver?
Brad Keselowski.
Coke or Pepsi?
Diet Mountain Dew.
All right. Country, rock, or rap?
I like all 3, but I'd have to say country is probably at the top.
Chocolate or vanilla ice cream?
Got to go with vanilla.
And beach or mountains?
Oh man. I'd probably have to go with the mountains.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
So what are your goals for the remainder of the Highline Racing League season?
Just continue running well. I've had some good runs the past couple of weeks. So just try to keep up the momentum. Definitely want to try to squeeze a win in somewhere in the Premier Series. We got one last week in the development series, so maybe we can carry it over to Thursday nights.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Alan Kundman, driver of the number 2.
This is Chase Briscoe, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.
All good? How's it going there, bud? Yeah, they're right down the road, and this is the older version, you know, so it's gonna be a little bit tougher. I know I heard a lot of, man, I wish this was the new version in some of the testing sessions. I'm excited for it though, you know. We're ready to put on a show here. We got an epic championship battle that's about to unfold, and I wouldn't have it anywhere else other than right in my backyard. Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure we'll see some guys trying a few different lines, but I could only find about 2 places where the car was any type of comfortable, and it's not going to lead to a lot of prime passing opportunities, especially once we get all these guys out here and we have a crowded track.
Yeah, so, well, we've mentioned it so many times with Alan Kundman's got a 1-point advantage over Tyler Snyder. Let's see if we can't sneak a word in with a couple of these. Tyler Snyder, you got a copy. It's Kendall and Dylan in the booth.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Well, what's going through your mind? You're 1 point behind Alan Kundman, and you pretty much just got to beat him tonight unless he leads a lap.
A lot of nerves. Not gonna lie, pretty nervous for tonight. First time I've really had an opportunity to fight for a championship, so it'd be pretty big to win it. Really, honestly, I'm just hoping we have no internet issues or computer issues. That's the main worry, is everything holds up.
Yeah, you mentioned it. That's the only reason really things are as close as they are. You had the one race at Atlanta where you couldn't even log 1 lap, unfortunately, and of course, Alan's had the bad luck with the gas. You had the bad luck with the connection, and the gas would have been better off.
Yeah, I'd rather run out of gas than run out of connection.
So, is your goal tonight to try and just beat Alan, or is your goal to try and just win the race and everything else is going to take care of itself?
You know, I really haven't thought too much about it. I think I'm just gonna try and beat Alan, to be honest. But if it comes down to having to win the race, that's what we'll go for.
How careful do you have to be around some of these other guys, knowing what's on the line?
Well, that's the other worry, is avoiding the wrecks and keeping the nose of this race car clean. You know, it's it'll be interesting to see how well I can do that. I think that'll play a big factor, is how well me and Alan can get through traffic tonight.
Of course, starting from the back. Tyler, thanks for joining us. We're going to grab a word with Alan real quick, and I'm sure we'll talk to you throughout the broadcast here tonight.
All right, thanks, man. Good luck, guys.
And these guys are already gridding up. Looks like Dylan Smith was able to win the pole. So
Yeah, Dylan Smith, a wicked fast lap, run at a 32 flat. The only driver I've seen even do that through the practice and qualifying sessions. So that's pretty impressive. Way to go on him. Got the new 24 Camping World scheme out here this week.
yeah, let's go through the grid. So we got Dylan Smith is starting on the pole. Alongside him is going to be the 27 car of Adam Bossy. Behind him, looks like it's going to be the 78 of Dylan O'Keefe. The 39 of JJ Hill starts beside him. And we've got row number 3 consisting of Dalton Beer as well as Matt Owens. Row 4 is going to start Brad Kress and Trevor Hook side by side. And row 5 has Scott McCarris to the outside of Tyler Rush.
Keep on coming back. The next row we got Steve Rado alongside Roberto Ramirez. Last car to take qualifying time will be tonight. And his outside is looking like we're going to have a bit of a shake-up in the field here. I believe the next position for the outside is going to be Connor Holden. So on the inside we'll have Corey Blevins and Jackson Hartman. Connor Holden on the outside. Tyler Snyder on the outside. On the inside. Ryan Potter on the outside. Alan Kundman on the inside. Tyler Smith on the outside. Andrew Baker on the inside, with Dylan Lakewood on the outside. His older brother Toby be behind him on the inside, and with Bucky Bird on the outside.
Good looking paint schemes out there.
Yeah, the boys have really outdone themselves this week. Lots of nice track, lots of tire vibes. It's going to be fun to watch this guy. Not a whole bunch of cars. And that's going to be important because this championship battle is going to be exciting.
And of course, the big story, the 0-0 and the 2, they're both going to be taking end-of-line penalties at the beginning of this one, so they're going to have to work from the very, very back. These boys are already getting pretty close to the backstretch here. Want to make a mention, if you guys are big race fans, be sure to check out Plan B Sales or Circle B Diecast. Use the code HLRL and you get free shipping. This car pulls off. It's going to be Dylan Smith leading the field in that Camping World, taking advantage of Marcus Lemonis' offer.
Green flag.
The green flag is out. Nice start by the inside line there.
I think it's a nice advantage. Going to be able to get up to the high side and really arc into the corner the way you want. Dylan Poteet, though, you're making a hard charge on the inside line. On the outside hit.
Yeah, we see side-by-side action already. Second there.
Ooh, 39 got a little squirrely on them cold tires.
And a little bit further back, I even saw 3 wide. We've got Scott McHarris side-by-side with Daniel Clark. He's coming up high, trying to follow Steve Rada to the front.
Hornets nest from about 6 to about 12. It looks like right about now. You got to get what you can while you can, Kendall, because these tires aren't going to last long, and once they fall off, they fall off.
Oh yeah, and we see Dylan Poteet's able to clear Adam Bossy in the second spot. There's Dalton Beer already into third. We saw him have a tremendous run at Talladega on Tuesday.
He drove the white cheddar flavor testing right off of that popcorn last week.
That's right.
Impressive. A lot of friends and supporters in the chat cheering him on during the shoot. Nice to see. Props to him. Awesome run last week. Proving it's not a fluke so far tonight.
Also, Brad Kress and Matt Owens making their way towards the front. Still, Dalton stuck kind of on the bottom there. I don't know if he's in tire conservation mode. You see Steve Rada underneath the 72 of Tyler Rush.
Hey, you know, I felt like settled into it. It's still pretty racy up here in the front for it. I mean, if they're in tire conservation mode, they're not going to be down there.
And that is really the Hornets' nest right now. That 3, the 72, even the 65, 32, and Connor Holden's already making his way up through there as well.
Matt Owens with a power move into turn 1.
Nice. Of course, Matt affiliated with Body Shop, best painter in the game.
I don't know if I would take it anywhere near that far, but I appreciate it, my friend. Matt's one of my buddies. He's always been a good friend. He's one of the first guys that came to us about sponsorship from the Body Shop brand. So finally got him set up and dialed in over here now that he's gotten his computer issued in control and everything runs smoothly. He's been steadily improving. Very happy. Very happy.
Now we see him making a move right now on Brad Kress.
I remember he came in, I believe, he ended up in one of the recent races, so he's getting the top 5.
They're still side by side coming to the line. Oh, Kress prevailed on the outside. You forget kind of Kentucky that through 3 and 4, the outside lane almost ends up being the preferred lane.
Yeah, if you can really get it in there and not lose too much speed to keep it off the wall, get back into your rhythm and get on the throttle, it's vastly, definitely the preferred off the run that you get. It's just, you can't match it on the bottom, especially because when you come off the top side, it's almost like coming from all the way at the bottom, it's almost like you're going uphill and having to fight against gravity a little bit.
And don't look now, we got a battle for the lead.
Yeah, Dylan Poteet wasted no time here with that Nutrien Ag 78 car. He's just right up here. He's been slowly kind of picking his spots on the 24 here, and he's got him reeled in now. He's just got to find a good way to get around him.
That's a nice, impressive run for the 78 so far.
Yeah, Dylan's an experienced driver in a few different disciplines. It's been a while since he's been on the iRacing. So, another one of our SP Motorsports drivers. We called him about maybe firing the old rig back up for some iRacing.
Oh, he's
super
got a
excited.
nice
Here he
run up
goes.
before.
Yeah, great run. He's going to get there into the corner, and that's going to make a hard decision for the 24 here. It's harder to run the outside in 1 and 2. That corner closes up in a hurry.
Outside can prevail. Both guys gave each other plenty of room there.
Too early to be messing each other up, you know. Kind of seem to have a little bit of a cushion between them and the rest of the pack. No sense in messing that up.
Well, let's check in with our championship bud. Right now, Alan Kundman is following tire tracks at the 00 as we switch. And man, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near this pack.
Now this is the Hornet's Nest now, and there's a lot of the Premier guys trying to get to the front in a hurry here.
This is the exact thing that I would be trying to avoid if I was one of those two guys.
Alan would have to be asking as of right now. This would be a tie. I don't know what the time is. I know Alan's started more races. And he's going to get to the inside of Tyler here.
If I was Tyler, I'd probably keep my eye on that number 19 car up there of Jackson Hartman, who's making a, is it his debut? It might be his debut in this series. But you know he's going to be fast.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be quick. You see kind of a sneak peek at his Premier Season 10 scheme there.
Gotcha. I like the particular 19. It was really, really good. Back up front, we got Dylan Poteet trying to use the outside right now, and Adam Bossy starting to reel him in. Both of the two leaders.
Yeah, Adam Bossy slowly but surely just working his way up there. He's got a little bit of a different look on that respawn car this week. Lots of colors this week. Some of the single colors.
Yeah, when I was talking to him, he said he had a few different versions of that paint scheme, so it'll be interesting to see what he breaks out in the next season.
Yeah, definitely awesome to see. He's got the variety there. Easy to make schemes. I know he's run red and blue. This is the first one I've seen him multiple. And I don't know, Kendall, do you know what the fuel run's going to look like here?
This is always my biggest question at every racetrack that we get to. Every time we try to interview somebody, it's the first thing I ask. I don't, but I know it's 50% fuel. My guess is it would be somewhere around lap 30, though not too bad, because in our Premier Series races, we're running 70% fuel, and it's usually right around lap 40 on a mile and a half.
That sounds like about the window. I'd expect that. It'd be about a 2-stop race.
Meanwhile, back in that Hornet's Nest, it is Tyler Snyder that's actually put Toby Wedgwood in between himself and Alan Kundman, and we got 3 wide around Scott McCarris.
Yeah, now these guys are not
It looked
exactly
like
taking
Steve
it easy.
Rada got the wall. Steve?
No, I believe that was the 81 car.
Oh,
We got a caution on the track. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I saw the 48 car get spun way off to the inside of the track.
I'll see if I can find it here. Yep,
Looked like
had
down the
something
back
to
stretch.
do with-
Oh, and it was Corey Blevins that was in the wall. I guess it looks like he was.
Oh, at the same time, the 38 of Dalton Beer and the 48 of Matt made contact.
A different incident I'm hearing about them. So I'm trying to piece it together without the video. Oh no, it was. The 28 car was stuck on the wall in the backstretch and tried to get off of it, and when he did, the 48 was there and he put the 48 into the inside wall.
I still haven't seen the crash on my screen. I'll try and get this one loaded up here for you.
So it's going to be on lap 13.
Do we see any takers on pit road?
We got a few. I see the 38 of Dalton Beers down here. It looks like Steve Rada's coming off pit road. The 81 Connor Holden, Jackson Hartman, Roberto Ramirez, Tyler Rush, Ryan Potter, and Tyler Snyder were all takers, along with Ty Smith, Andrew Thomas Baker, Daniel Clark, and Scott McCarris. So it looks like about half the field here. Going to go ahead and play the strategy call now.
We're finally getting a view of the replay here. It was Blevins in the wall. And when he comes down to 28, and totally innocent bystander Matt Owens takes the worst of that one. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate to see. You know, it's a thing that happens. You know, Blevins probably thought he had enough time to get it off the wall before the 48 got there. The 48 was closing faster than he expected. You know, it's a thing that happens. It's racing. Sucks to see. I'm sure those guys are not very happy about it right now, but you know, everybody will move on. We'll be fine. It's just part of, you know, what comes with the territory here. Yeah,
well,
you can see
while we're riding around under yellow, I wanted to make a mention that the league's got a podcast going right now, so be sure to check out Wall Riding on Spotify. And Bucky Burt and Tyler Snyder sit down and they talk about NASCAR, the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, as well as the Cup Series. And they do a great job with that, so the next time you're looking for something while you're driving down the road, remember that old Wall Riding on Spotify. So it's still Dylan Smith out front, Dylan Poteet in second. Two different spellings of the word Dylan there, too.
It's actually the most popular name in the league.
Yeah, you got a Dylan we're talking to right now.
We have, it looks like 3 Dylans entered in the race now, and there's at least me. I'm not racing. There's got to be at least one more who's not racing. Dylan Turner's not. He is as well. I think we have 5 or 6 of us.
And folks, I just wanted to show you right here. This is the point standings. You can see Alan Kundman's got a 1-point advantage, and it's going to definitely come down to this race. A couple other guys to give a shout out to: Ryan Potter, Andrew Baker, Adam Bossy. That's your top 5. We just saw there Corey Blevins had some issue. Dylan Smith, Steve Rada, Dylan Poteet, Brad Kress round out the top 10.
Oh man, I'm here to pit from pit road from my team communication channel. The 48 has 31 minutes of required.
Oh goodness, such a bummer. Matt, when you think of Matt Owens, you think about such a clean driver. Really does his best to stay out of everybody's way. And
yeah, the old crash bug finally got him, and it's, you know, not even of his own doing. It sucks for him, but you know, he'll be ready to come back here and give it a go at Daytona in a couple weeks. You know, he's a good plate driver. He'll make a run for it.
we're getting ready to go green. You want to get him going?
Looks like 4-car Dylan Smith's going to choose the inside line here. We're going to have Smith, Poteet, Bossy, Kress. And the pace car makes the sharp left turn down to the not-so-straight pit road. And the field is at Dylan Smith's disposal, and he is going to dust him. What a restart. Once again, Kendall, that inside line getting a heck of a start.
And you know Dylan Poteet's not going to be thrilled as Adam Bossy already sneaks by, and Trevor Hook trying to follow him through as well.
Yeah, that's, you know, he saw it happen, though. He got to be a part of the good side of it on the last start, and now he's going to have to face the not-so-good side of it. That's just part of racing.
So we were just talking about the fuel strategy probably being right around 30 laps. You think these guys can make it on just one more stop if they really save?
That's the only thing I can think, Kendall, because I know Jackson Hartman is a smart driver, and he's not afraid to run on old stuff out there. He has great long run speed, you know, something he's been known for in the past. And I don't think he's making that first pit stop now if he doesn't have a plan. A lot of big name guys came down with him. Tyler Snyder gave him about 8 spots down. So I think
might
it's
have
the
cut
way.
the wall there. I'm sorry to cut you off. Oh, the 3 up the track right in front of the 52. And the 81's around off the nose. Oh, no! Tyler Snyder's involved in it.
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. And Alan got through. That's going to be all he needs. man.
Yeah, Tyler Snyder not happy on team communications. His car is junk. He's pretty much done with it. So. Definitely not the time or place for the championship battle to come to an end, unfortunately.
That is not what anybody was hoping to see, but that's going to put our focus a lot more on the actual race. It looked like that might have started with the 81 and the 19, two Premier Series guys that are buddies.
Yeah, it looked like the 81 got into the wall, and the 19 was just trying not to get him around and kind of turned him.
Let's see if I can get a replay. We had it pretty well on the screen there, but man, that is such a bummer.
Yeah, I hate it for Tyler.
All right, so here's the replay, folks. It looks like the 81 had to lift just a tick, and the 19 runs him over. It gets, and you see the 00 back there got maybe the worst of it. And really, Jackson's all right. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to keep from really getting into him too hard, and it was just the 81 couldn't get any traction to keep up the speed, and the 19 just had no choice but to kind of, you know, he was already there.
This is the view that Tyler Snyder saw, this one. Just nowhere to go. Vicious, in fact. That makes more contact with Steve Breda. Oh, man.
Yeah, unfortunate to see the Plan B and Circle B diecast cars both involved in the same wreck there.
Yeah, that's a good point. Which we appreciate those guys stepping up another good track. Oh, the 3 got a hard hit as well. Bucky Bird was involved too.
Yeah, lots of big hits here. It's, thankfully, this is the sim, not real life. So worried about it. Especially the 00, big impacts to the outside wall.
Well, the thing that does do is now these guys can definitely make it to the end on one more stop. If you're maybe 10th, JJ Hill, would you come down and just top it off for fuel?
I don't know. I feel like you're going to need the tires again soon enough anyway. I don't think you're going to want to stay out longer than anybody here unless you are one of the fastest cars on the track with fresh tires, because I don't think the gap is going to be anything you can maintain. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to kind of ride it out here, especially if I'm up in the front, because the back's been a hornet's nest, and look what just happened. We just lost the championship contender.
Yeah. Yeah, we've...
Right now, if I'm these guys, I'm just trying to play it safe and get through.
I'm just speechless. I'm sure that's not going to go over well in the league. Especially
sure
with it
there'll be
being
some,
two Premier guys caused the wreck, and ultimately what ends up taking out the championship contender.
And we got an interesting development here, Kendall. Jackson Hartman has chosen the outside lane.
Yeah, so haven't mentioned it yet as we had the replay up, but we split the field on strategy here. It looks like 7th on back is going to have about 4 laps fresher tires if they elected to take tires, but they'll definitely be good to go on one more stop as far as gas is concerned.
Yeah, definitely no concerns at this point.
So we've got Jackson Hartman is now listed as the leader, Dalton Beer in 2nd, Daniel Clark 3rd, Corey Blevins 4th, and Ryan Potter in 5th. And those fresh tire guys start in position number 7 with Dylan Smith. I want to make sure we mention Ty Smith, Tuesday's winner, who's ranked 6th right now. No relation to Dylan Smith.
Yep, Ty out there got the new blue car. with the, I believe, Smith Steel is the company on board this week. And Jackson with a great start on the outside, wasted no time, and Corey Blevins is going to follow him right through the clear area.
He got one of the best restarts I think I've ever seen, as he is gone.
So there's the lesson in how you control the field, kids, right there. When you're ready to go, you commit.
So you see Blevins got a pretty good run off the corner. He's able to kind of start running them down through the backstretch, but those guys are already a second and a half over third place.
Yeah, they wasted no time checking out here.
And the Hornets' nest building around position number 5. We see Daniel Clark on the outside, Ty Smith underneath him. And right behind those two guys is Dylan Poteet, Dylan Smith battling. Well, if you're Alan Kundman right now, you're just going for the win at this point. It's like, you know,
you got this one in the bag at this point. You've got enough of a lap cushion that I don't think the 0-0 is going to get it to come out and try to put laps back down. So even if you wreck at this point, you pretty much got it locked up. You might as well go have some fun, right?
Oh, yeah. Poteet was able to get by Dylan Smith there. And now we see him working on the 59 car of Daniel Clark.
Yep, he's going to slowly work his way through. I mean, they have a slight advantage here, 4 or 5 laps. It's not a huge advantage. You probably see it more in the middle of the run than right now. Be a huge difference. But Dylan is basically, and this is, I believe, this is his home track too, as he's not too far from this neck of the woods.
Somebody else we got to give a call to, the 39 car, J.J. Hill, making just his second start in the series. He's right up there in the thick of things.
Yeah, he's got that nice good up here with the sport. He started off really high in the field tonight, had a great qualifying effort, had that cold tire issue coming off turn 2, and had to get out of it to save it. He's been kind of slowly working his way back. Good job for him to get himself back over the top.
And it looks like a little bit further towards the front, Dalton Beer is trying to make a move on Corey Blevins.
I noticed that he was running him down. I figured if he kept that pace up, he was going to get there sooner or later.
Yeah, and after that super good restart from Jackson Hartman and Corey Blevins, these guys have now reeled him in and seem to be running quicker laps.
And the one thing I want to do is I want to give a big shout out to that 38, because in the top 5, he's the only one who's an ARCA Series regular here. Holding his own against the big boys and running down the leader, it looks like.
Yeah, he didn't get the position to finish that he deserved in Talladega. He single-handedly pushed the 67 of Will Riker and was going to have a real shot at the win behind Ty Smith, and ended up being the last car and just clipped in the rear in that big one we saw in the last lap there. Blevins seemed to be having a handling issue. He's stuck on the bottom. It looks like Ryan Potter and Ty Smith are going to go by on the outside.
And for anybody watching at home, being stuck on the bottom, that'll give you a handling issue.
Yeah, you don't want to be down there here, especially
in 3 and 4.
You're right. They're reeling in Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Jackson's just taking his time, trying to conserve, making sure he has the tires for later, but these guys are running him down.
Maybe he has a little bit of damage from that contact with the 81.
That could definitely be something that's not very massive issue, but enough to slow him down when he's in the air here.
See, Ryan Potter got a nice run on the outside of 3 and 4 that time. He's going to power the 99 car into second spot.
Yeah, nice arc into the corner, gets that car back down in front. Easily take position. Ty Smith's going to follow him with a big move to the inside down the backstretch.
Looking out the back right now, Jackson Hartman. You can see all these guys trying to reel him in, but you know Jackson's not concentrating on anything back there. It's all out in front.
Yeah, Jackson's got a plan, and he's putting it into work right now. I have a feeling that he's not giving it everything he has.
Right now we're on board with Dalton Beer as he tries to make work with Ty Smith, who just got around him. This gives you an appreciation of what it's like to be out here driving as one of these guys. You gotta know your corners. It's tight racing.
Yeah, you got to know what you're doing. You got to know all of your blind spots. You know where these guys are going to get runs, so you don't try to move up with someone like this. There's a lot that goes into what these guys do.
Mirrors up the track just a little bit. Poteet's able to keep the 78 car right now there on the yellow line. He's going to have a shot at fourth spot. Throw those 5 cars under a blanket right now. We see Dalton Muir look to the outside, but he gets up into the loose stuff, and they're now 3 wide. And here comes Dylan Poteet to the inside of Ty Smith.
This is quickly turning into a hornet's nest here for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th positions.
And we saw the best race of the year in this series be that mile and a half of Atlanta as we see JJ Hill power in the
power move. Earlier that didn't work on the cold tires, and now that they're warm, man, that thing sucks.
That was a great move. Got kind of a bad angle into 3 and 4 as we see Ty Smith go way up the track.
39 gonna hang in there though, almost dead even as we come down the line. You see the 0-0 car back out there turning some laps.
I see Ryan Potter's closing in to just 0.2 of a second for the lead as well.
Yeah, Ryan Potter.
See him up there.
Said he was going to give it a run tonight. He thought he might have something for him earlier when I talked to him this afternoon, and sure enough, here he is.
Dylan Smith is creeping the 24 car back up towards the front. I wonder if he was just managing his tires through the first part of this run as we see him go by the 78 of Dylan Poteet. But it's JJ Hill in 3rd now.
Yeah, JJ Hill wasting no time. Up here, got himself into position. He took it, and he's trying to get away from these guys.
And this is kind of a story I want to bring up. So, other than Jackson Hartman, who got, I guess Ryan's up there now too, but for the most part, the Premier guys have really struggled to get to the front, and we know Jackson only got there based off of strategy. I think Ryan Potter was only up there based off of strategy. They're staying out as well.
Yeah,
the
those
Premier
guys
are struggling.
Yeah, a lot. The only reason you see a lot of the Premier guys that are up towards the front up here because they came on that first, I think that lap 15 caution and went ahead and got.
And this is a track.
The yellow flag is out.
Uh-oh, we got a caution.
Ooh, we got a yellow.
Let's see if we can figure out where this is. Ooh. Looked like it might have been the 65 and the 32 getting together there. Here's a replay of it. Oh, just some contact to the rear, the 32 there. I know Scott's going to be disappointed. He had pretty high hopes going to Kentucky here. Damage doesn't look to be too bad. Just to the right rear there. So that's going to change everything on the strategy once again. We see Jackson Hartman bring Ryan Potter, JJ Hill, Dylan Smith, Dylan Poteet. So the entire top 5's coming down. Anybody staying out, Dylan?
I'm looking. The only person I see so far looks like Tyler Snyder. No, we're gonna have a couple behind him. Looks like Adam Bossy, Brad Kress, maybe Dylan Wedgwood, Trevor Hook, and I want to say maybe that's Alan back there that didn't pit also.
Trying to gain that track position. We've seen them have such a hard time with. The first person off pit road is going to be Dylan Poteet. And then a close battle with JJ Hill is going to be Jackson Hartman off of pit road. So maybe Jackson did have a little bit of damage he was getting repaired there.
Yeah, maybe. I'm thinking that's maybe what his game plan was there, was to come in and get that fixed, because I don't know that we're in a window that pitting would have made sense yet.
I think Adam Bossy stayed out.
Yes, yeah, Adam Bossy was the first car to stay out.
Let's see if we can get Bossy up here and grab a quick word with him on his strategy call here. Adam Bossy, this is Kendall Kerr and Dylan Body in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4.
Well, tell us about the strategy to stay out here and grab a bonus point as the leader and gain the track position.
I think we got, I think me and all my teammates behind me have some really good long run cars. And I think fuel mileage wise, it doesn't make sense to pit. You're going to come back down with 10 to go. So we're going to try and make it on one more and hope we can finish up front here.
Well, you've done a great job. I know we hadn't had a super long run, but the 27 car has always been creeping into the picture throughout most of our camera shots, and the car looks good. Good luck the rest of the way, Adam.
Thank you, guys.
That's Adam Bossy. He actually recently signed a deal with Hammer Down Motorsports for the next season of the development series, as well as I'm sure some Premier Series starts as well, because he's been one of the best guys down here.
Yep, every week he's been up at the top of the chart, proving that he's consistent no matter what type of track we're going to go to. He's going to be up there. And that's the kind of stuff, you know, that we're looking forward to build up in the Premier Series. Somebody who's going to come up there and be able to give these guys a run for it.
All right, so we got Adam Bossy, Brad Kress, and Dylan Wedgwood. Your top three right now. So I think they're going to end up going green next time by. We see Tyler Snyder's up there. He's going to take a wave around. Not sure how many laps he is down, but he's got to try and grab every single point he can.
He is 13 laps to the bad right now.
So once we get to lap 68, Alan Kundman would have officially clinched. We are 1 lap to green here.
Let's not give it to Alan yet. I'm sure he'd be really mad at us if he could hear us in the car right now, because anything could happen. Anything could happen. He could hit the wall and his motor might be done, and then Tyler can just get the laps right back and be in position. So I don't think you got it locked up yet, Alan. I think you got to go out there and run a good, clean second half of this race. But good luck to you.
And folks, just a reminder, tonight's race is brought to you by Plan B Sales. The next time that you guys need some racing apparel, be sure to check out Plan B Sales. And don't forget to use our code HLRL for free shipping on your order. So we're getting ready to go green here. We got Adam Bossy, Brad Kress, Dylan Wedgwood on some old tires. The first person with fresh ones is 6th place, Dylan Poteet.
Yeah, and we saw Dylan on, you know, with some fresher tires on that last one. It took him 3 or 4 laps to settle in, but then he started cutting through these guys, and I'd say he's probably going to be doing the same thing this time.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. And Brad Kress got a great restart.
Yeah, I don't know what Adam's strategy was waiting for the flag there. And Dylan Poteet already going to the outside into turn 1.
I hope he stays in the tire rubber. Looks like he's able to. Trevor Hook stuck in the middle, and look at all that momentum that Dylan Poteet has on the outside.
And that run is going to carry down the backstretch here. This has turned into a heck of a hornet's nest, Kendall. This is exactly what I was talking about. If I'm Alan, I am a nervous wreck right now.
As we see Jackson Hartman trying to follow what Dylan Poteet just did. Poteet's all the way up to 3rd and looking for more as Brad Kress takes the lead. And Alan Kundman just pulled his car to the apron.
Yeah,
and I don't
he got
blame
the heck
him.
out of there. They're 3-4 wide. I don't want to be anywhere near that. All I got to do is keep my car clean. And Dylan Poteet, once again, using the outside to advantage. Seems to be the first car we've seen all night really run up there. Looks like he might have got the wall. Oh, big trouble behind.
Oh, no.
Looks like the 38 car got hooked. Big head-on impact into the wall.
Oh, we had just spoke about Dalton Beer having a great run tonight also. Let's see if we can grab you a replay. All right, so I was able to pull up the replay here, and it looks like contact. No, the 38 was getting loose. I think the 38 was getting loose, and he ended up wrecked right off the hood of the 32. You talk about it all the time. Those fresh tires lead to a lot of this. Let's see if we can get a better view here. coming off turn 2. Just a little bit out of shape, and nowhere for Roberto Ramirez at the 32 to go. As we see, he spins and catches the inside wall as well. Not as hard for him, fortunately, as
Yeah, I think I'm hearing. I feel like I heard Dalton come over the radio there and say that the 32 is having some lag issues in and out. It was hard to judge where he was.
Oh no, we saw the 32 get into the 65 earlier too. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but
I mean, it doesn't look like this is a cause of the connection issue, but if that had been something that for a few laps was an issue, maybe he, you're anticipating that he's going to be somewhere else and he's not there this time, blanked out for a second. Everybody sees something different sometime on these simulating connection games.
well, I got to give a tip of the cap to Dylan Poteet. The view I was watching on was kind of like from the seats, and you could just see that high side momentum carry him down the backstretch.
Yeah, he's over here. He's doing a good job. I just sent him a little message, let him know I was proud of him, liked what he was doing with the outside line, just keep it clean and bring her home safe, and hopefully in first place. It'd be a great way to cap off the season.
Yeah, it'd be a huge momentum boost. Well, folks, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back.
This is Chase Briscoe, and you're watching the Highline Media Network.
All right, folks, that was iRacing's message, and if you like what these guys are doing out there tonight, you can always log on and join iRacing yourself. All it takes is a steering wheel, and you can use even a TV as your monitor and get as close to the real action as you ever could. And I tell you what, I enjoy the absolute heck out of it.
Yeah, I'm not very good at it, but I sure do get a heck of a lot of enjoyment out of it. Even running around in last place sometimes is worth all the fun.
We're getting ready to go green. This time, Dylan Poteet's going to have the outside lane already and restart in second. So if he can time this one good, he might just shoot to the lead, but we'll see what...
I don't think Brad Kress is going to give him much of an opportunity. I think he's going to take this restart and really do something with it here and try to get himself out in front while he can.
Brad had a great restart as well. The pace car's down, and Brad's already launching.
Green flag, green flag.
Dylan, though, was on it. He got a great restart from the outside lane. We've only seen the lane that goes go tonight. This is the first time we've seen the outside really compete.
Just 33 laps to go at this point. Well over halfway through.
Yeah, and we're getting to that point. Did you say pit stops? We're gonna be in our window soon, Kendall. If we get a caution here or anytime soon, I think everybody's coming.
Yep, and that'll be the final time they're down there.
Yeah, because we got confirmation there from our interview with Adam Bossy that 30 laps is the window. Dylan Poteet gaining a little bit, not a lot, barely anything, but the numbers don't lie, and he's gaining.
Big battle right now. Looks like it's right around Jackson Hartman. He's got Ryan Potter behind him and Dylan Wedgwood following Potter.
I think Jackson just got around Ryan Potter because Ryan Potter was all over the 27.
Jackson's going to have the preferred lane out of 3 and 4. We see him swoop it down to the inside, and he's going to go underneath Adam Bossy. We knew Jackson Hartman was going to be a force to be reckoned with in this one.
Yeah, it looks like whatever damage he had that was hindering him, he's gotten fixed, and now he's back on the march to the front.
Ryan Potter trying to follow him through. 4-car battle for second place right now.
Oh, Jackson comes down across the nose of the 99. He almost had contact there.
Potter had to have just lifted. And a little bit further behind, we got another good battle going on with right around J.J. Hill. Looks like J.J. was able to get by Dylan Wedgwood there. As we see 3 wide behind him, Ty Smith trying to make the very top work.
It looks like he can keep it off the wall. That momentum is starting to get wound up in that 18 car. He's starting to make some gains. And don't look now, but the 19 and the 99 are making very quick work of the gap. Oh, and Jackson, big swing to the outside off of 4.
Something might have happened to Dylan Poteet. He slides back. Jackson Hartman, like you said, he's going to the lead.
Jackson, not afraid at all there. Came up on the 29, swung it wide, went right around it. That's not a move I think that I would have been comfortable making, swinging that high off the 24.
So the fresh tires of the 19 and 99 definitely paying off right now as they pass the 29 and work their way through there pretty easily.
Don't look now, but the 39 is coming up quick behind the 29 now also. J.J. Hill, once again, shout out to him, making his second start.
He's on that same tire strategy. It's all going to get evened out because everybody's still got to make one more pit stop.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get this one under green, really shake this field up, and we'll get to see who plays the best strategy.
Certainly would be nice to go green the rest of the way. These guys have done a pretty good job here tonight. We've seen a couple incidents. Really that big one early, of course, that took out Tyler Snyder, probably ended his championship hopes. Kind of remind me of, you remember when Brendan Gaughan got taken out in the Truck Series Championship? I think it was 2003.
I don't think I was following the trucks quite that heavily at that time. I apologize.
Brendan ended up giving us quite the soundbite about Jimmy Smith. I was getting that. Go look that one up for yourself. Behind Brad Kress right now, we had a big gaggle of cars. Couldn't quite tell who that was. Oh, Daniel Clark. That's Bucky Burr up there.
Yeah, Bucky Burr running, looks like P10 right now. The scoring pylon at the track here.
Bucky also running one of those Camping World as well as the 34 of Andrew Baker. And
yeah,
now we
you know,
see Scott McCarron's making a move in the 65 car, so he must have his damage fixed up well enough to run inside the top 10.
Yeah, you know, it's the battle of attrition. A lot of these guys had a little bit of damage, probably didn't want to fix it. As the run wore on, they realized it was worse than it was. Some of these other guys are faster, and now they're taking advantage. That's the battle.
Andrew Baker had a big run through the center of that corner, but he didn't have anywhere to go. It was too wide in front of him. Low on Daniel Clark. Roberto Ramirez trying to follow him through. Oop. Saw the 32 car disappear a little bit there, so folks on the radio might have been right. A little bit of a connection issue. Hopefully you can stay connected. He's going to look to make it 3 fine down the backstretch as we see contact between the 59 and the 34. Battle there.
Yeah, those guys are racing hard back there. That's what you like to see. No one's content to just sit where they are.
But back up front, Ryan Potter's caught Jackson Hartman. He's right at the bumper of the 19.
Yeah, it looked like he fell off for a few laps there and just kind of settled in and let the tires cool off a little bit and made his plan. It didn't take him long once he decided to go. The problem is now that you got it, you can't do anything. Like he said, it's really only one move here. It's hard to run.
Currently riding on board.
We're getting some word at the 84.
Might be a great strategy if they end up going green. Might be a real good strategy. Potter is following the 19 right his tire tracks.
He's just doing the old waiting game now. Just waiting for Jackson to make a mistake.
We see the 84 getting service on pit road. Jackson's able to gain a little bit that time. We're on board with Ryan Potter now. Definitely been able to increase the advantage from the lead. These guys are 2.5 seconds ahead of third place, Dylan Smith. You can hear Ryan Potter playing with the throttle right now. Looks like he lost actually another 10th to Jackson there.
I'm starting to wonder if he's trying to back off and save.
Let's give a call to our good buddy Bucky Bird. He's running 7th right now. Trying to hang on to that spot with Scott McCarris coming up behind him. That's been a great
right
night
now,
for Bucky.
if Bucky was in the truck series, he's got, what is it, top 10's a $25,000 payout coming from Marcus? I'd take that, let me tell you. That's a good run.
Yeah. Of course, Bucky made the announcement that he was going to run one final season with the Premier guys before moving over and grabbing the headset, taking over in the booth.
Yeah, we're gonna. I didn't want to try and steal Bucky's thunder, but we're definitely on a very similar career path.
Well, you guys both do a great job with all your media work, so we look forward to how that's going to end up turning out. There was a change in position for third. JJ Hill goes back to third. Was able to get around Dylan Smith. Somebody else we hadn't talked a whole lot about tonight, but I think he caught a piece of the early incident with Tyler Snyder. It's Tyler Rush in the 72 car, and he's trying to make a move right now and work his way into the top 5.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of the Hornets' nests around the race all night. I've heard him on the race chat talking about it, and he just think to himself, man, I should probably get out of here. And right after he does, they decide to bin him up. So he's been trusting his gut tonight, not pushing it too hard from what I've got.
Nice. Well, speaking of that, let's go check in with Alan Kundman. Alan is currently running in the 17th spot, doing all he has to do right now. He's already made a pit stop, so he is one lap down right now. But of course, he's now clinched the championship.
Yep.
So we got to give a big props to Alan Kundman. He's going to be the inaugural Development Series champion.
Yeah, big congrats to Alan. Way to put together a great season. Unfortunate, that it wasn't a little more interesting. More fun maybe if Tyler had made that start at Atlanta and it had a cushion coming in and Alan would have been running him down the whole race. That would have been a lot more fun for us. But regardless, congratulations to the 2-car. Congratulations to Alan.
Yeah, great seasons for both those guys. You think about the missed opportunity of the start at Atlanta for Tyler, but also the missed opportunities from running out of gas 2 weeks in a row for Alan. I mean, he should have had top 5 finishes for both of those races and ended up almost 20th. And I know Jackson Hartman can not make it the rest of the way, but he's been able to increase the lead to a 1.5 seconds over Ryan Potter. Dylan, can you figure out who the first person that's been on pit road might be, and we can keep an eye on that?
I will do my best to do some investigating. I believe, I want to say, I think the 72 might have hit.
27 for sure has been down pit road.
Yep. We got a lot of green flag stuff cycling.
Now we see the 24 is on pit road right now.
Oh, here comes Jackson right now, slowing down onto the apron. Nice, smooth entry into the pits.
This is the stuff where, you know, being an experienced veteran on iRacing really comes into play. Your entrance and getting stopped in your pit stop just right really does add up under green flag stops. So.
Oh, and Kendall, another shout out. JJ Hill has led a lap. I don't know if he led a lap last week, but now he's definitely a lap leader in the Highline Racing League. Way to go, Hill.
Gotta give a call to JJ. Car looks good. And he's coming to pit road this time, so he stayed out and got that lap led. And I wonder if any of these guys that are coming in late will consider 2 tires and the less fuel load just to save, you know, 7 seconds on pit road.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worth a shot, but then you got to keep in mind there's a really tight apron down here, Kendall, and there's not a lot of room for error before you get that black flag. I don't think I want to be coming out.
He's coming off pit road right now.
He's going to come out just in front of the leaders.
I think it's Dylan Smith was the car that was first on pit road right in the, they're all blue cars, but the more turquoise looking car in the screen there, the 24.
Kendall, Jackson never went a lap down. He just came out in 8th at the tail end in front of the leader, Ty Smith, and never got past.
Wow.
So if Dylan Smith is done pitting, he better work it because Jackson's going to be coming.
And Jackson's going to have fresher tires than Dylan now.
And he's going to be in full go mode.
Yep.
Full go mode.
Real short run here with just 11 laps to go now.
And no, the 24 is being scored as 2 spots behind Jackson Hartman. So no, he was not off cycle.
Is there any chance that these guys can make it to the end?
I think the 72 might be the first guy who's in the window. I think Bucky might be in there too. I think Bucky's in the window, but I don't know.
Well, let's go on board with Bucky and see if he's clutching it in the corners. Right on board with Bucky right here. Currently running P2, and that's the leader right in front of him there, Tyler Rush. He's not clutching it, but he is definitely
not
conserving.
clutching it. Yeah, he's definitely saving here.
See a few cars go around there to the outside. We're down to 9 laps to go.
I mean, if you're Bucky, what do you have to lose? You might as well try it, right? Even if he's close, you might as well try it.
I'm going to go on board for the 72. I'm just curious to see if he's clutching. Either, but he's definitely letting all these guys go. This is going to be exciting. And could you imagine if these guys try to make it the rest of the way?
I just went down and came over the driver chat. 72 is coming down. Cannot make it.
So he'll come and get a splash, I'm sure.
And Bucky Burt off of turn 4 to lead a lap here at Kentucky in the season finale. Way to go, Bucky.
Great to see it. It's great to see it.
Now just make that thing magically have enough gas and bring her home, Buck.
So showing in second spot right now is Roberto Ramirez. I don't know if he's got a chance at, and we see Bucky is going to have to bring it down pit road, but he did stay out and get that lap led.
Yep. Now it's looking like we got to look at the battle between Tyler Rush's merge and where Jackson Hartman's going to be.
Yep, Tyler Rush coming off of pit road right now.
Jackson, it looks like bearing down off of turn 2 right behind him. Nope, that's not him. That's Ty Smith.
So Jackson's up to second now.
Yeah, he's already passed me. My iRacing scoring isn't updating fast enough, Kendall.
So now the question is, Roberto Ramirez have a chance at this?
I think he's definitely got a chance. He's coming across the line now.
Riding on board with them.
He's in turn 1 and Jackson's in turn 4, so he's definitely...
He's got an 11-second lead.
Yeah, but it was almost 14 one lap ago. It's going to be very close.
Yeah, so listen to the engine sound of Roberto Ramirez here. Let's go to Jackson. You can just tell there's a difference. He's to the throttle so much quicker.
The question is he going to have enough time? Only 4 laps remaining.
Well, they found a way to make this one exciting.
Yeah, they
Roberto
did.
Ramirez staying out. He's coming to just 3 laps to go this time. Just don't know why some of these guys aren't pressing the clutch in.
I don't know, but I'm riding on board with Jackson Hartman right now, and you can see the 32 car now. It's getting bigger.
So 3 laps to go for Roberto Ramirez. Of course, he won the Premier Series race at Daytona. I think crossed the line around 10th spot. They wadded him up, and he was in the perfect position to slip through.
Yeah, Roberto's, he's a guy who doesn't always have the best luck, but when he's on it, man, he will find a way, no matter what, to put himself in position.
He's
and always seems to come through with the plate
nursing it.
races.
He's got 2 laps to go this time by, and he's given up about 3 seconds, so he's going to actually have to increase his... And then it becomes how much you try to hold on to the win versus just get a good finish. I mean, you know he's shooting for the win.
Yeah, I know Roberto. Well, he wants to win this race for certain. He definitely wants to get another win, first in this series. But is it worth? I mean, if you run out or if something happens, how much are you going to give up?
So Jackson Hartman has got it within 3 seconds. Here comes Roberto Ramirez to take the white flag. We've seen plenty of fuel issues in this series the last couple weeks for Alan Kundman. I don't think Jackson's going to get there unless Roberto runs out.
I don't think he has enough. I really don't think he has enough.
He's got a 1.5 seconds right now. Down to a second. Oh, is he out of gas? I think he's out of gas.
Oh no!
And here comes Jackson Hartman. And then somebody just wrecked Roberto.
Oh no!
Jackson Hartman is going to win it. Roberto ran out of gas. Coming off of turn number 4. My goodness. What a deserved win.
Kendall.
For Jackson
Sucks
Hartman,
to see it get taken away from Roberto, but Jackson never gave up, kept his foot in it, and it all worked out in the end.
Oh my goodness. Heartbreak for Roberto Ramirez. I hope he can get into the Discord. We can bring him up here. But Jackson Hartman's going to burn him down, and we can't forget Alan Kundman's the champion.
Yep, it looks like we get treated to 2 sets of burnouts here tonight.
I knew the 19 car was going to be very tough to beat tonight.
Yeah, I knew when he texted me last night and said he was going to run, I knew that these guys were going to be in for it. But I didn't know that it was going to be in that epic of a fashion like that.
As we now see Alan Kundman taking his turn, burning it down. Well-deserved champion. Alan Kundman. Holy cow, what a finish.
Yeah, man, what a race. Never really expected out of a place like Kentucky, a place that, you know, NASCAR even took off the schedule, but sure comes in handy every now and again. Put on a hell of a show tonight.
Well, let's take a look one last time at this turn 4. See if we can get it pulled up here. I wonder how early he was actually out of gas.
It
So
looked like
right on board with
the
Roberto
second half
here.
of the 3-4 complex.
Yep, there it is stuttering. And there's Jackson going by, and there's where he gets the bump from the 00. Must not know that he was out of gas. Well, we got a lot to talk about in this one. Let's go ahead and bring Jackson Hartman to the booth, interview our race winner. Well, I see Roberto's in here. Let's get Roberto up here first. Roberto Ramirez, you got a copy. It's Kendall and Dylan in the booth. Oh, he's got his mic muted.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, let's bring Jackson in. Hopefully Roberto will get his mic unmuted. Dylan, you got him?
Jackson! Dylan! What's up, buddy?
Oh man, we did it, dude.
Dude, what a run at the end, man. I didn't think
Oh,
we'd have quite enough to get him. Unfortunate that he ran out of gas there, but you know, we'll take him however we can get him around here.
when we got to 2 to go, and I'm like, nah, dude, there's no way you can make it. And then he kept accelerating out of turn 4, and I'm like, he might be able to make it. I was watching the ticker go down, and I'm like, I'm catching him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch him, but I'm going to try to catch him.
Well, certainly put on a heck of a show for us tonight. We didn't know what we were going to have for our major headlines here after Tyler had his incident there and, you know, kind of handed it to Alan. But you and Roberto found a way to make it super interesting. Probably one of the more exciting broadcasts we've had since Atlanta. So thanks for that, man. And thanks for coming down. And we said you were going to try and play spoiler tonight. Mission success, buddy.
Yeah, I gotta apologize to Tyler and everyone that I killed. When Connor, he just kind of checked up on the bottom after he touched the apron, and I didn't expect him to, and I turned him, and I killed Tyler in the process. So that wreck's my fault.
Well, I mean, we could see it. There was actually another wreck 3 rows behind you that had that not happened, Tyler would have been able to take evasive action. So it's a combination of a few racing incidents in the same series of corners. I don't think I'd put it all on you, but we appreciate you, you know, taking the blame and putting it on your shoulders.
It was when it happened, I felt bad for Connor and I felt bad for everyone involved. I mean, whether or not that's what killed Tyler or what didn't kill Tyler, I mean, I don't like to cause crashes because, I mean, then I just feel bad. So still, once again, sorry to everyone involved. Still, I got to thank everyone who put this car together. I got to thank you, Dylan. I know this car's been sitting in the shop for a long time. We talked about running it at the Roval. Never did that.
Yeah, well, it's all right. You know, you made good on your promise. I prepared a car. You gave us a race to run it in, and you went out and you won, man. That's awesome.
You gave me a great paint scheme.
One for one with the new team, buddy. Is this a preview of what we're gonna see in the Premier Series next season?
You betcha. I'm excited for season 10. We're not far from it, and that should be a fun season.
Well, all right, buddy. Thank you so much once again for putting on a good show and burning it down at the end there, and then respectfully giving the champ some room to do his burnouts. What a guy. We'll see you next week for the duels at Daytona, bud.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, good win, Jackson.
Thank you, Kendall.
All right, so that was Jackson Hartman. He's your winner tonight. Let's see if we can get a word in with third place, J.J. Hill. And J.J. Hill, this is Kendall Kerr and Dylan Body in the booth. You got a copy. JJ, you got a copy.
Kendall, you're in the wrong channel, bro.
And JJ Hill, you got a copy. This is Kendall and Dylan in the booth.
Yeah, I got your copy.
Hey, man, you ran great out there tonight. Walk us through what happened behind the cockpit of the 39 car.
Well, for only my second start, first on a real racetrack not named Talladega, didn't really know what to expect. I bought this track at about 30 minutes before the race started. Wasn't expecting too much. Just wanted to go out here and learn, and did not expect to have that fast of a NOS Energy Redemption Racing 39 car. It was just so quick. I've never had a race car feel like that before. I got to thank crew chief Keelan and spotter Mason for just guiding me through this whole race, and really just had a bad fast car the whole night.
Well, JJ, we look forward to seeing you next season as well. Great run out there tonight, and I'm sure we'll be talking with you soon. You got anybody you want to thank before we let you roll out of here?
I got to thank all my sponsors, A&B Outdoors, NOS Energy Drink, Dirtman Photography. Got to thank Keelan Belsha for crew chiefing me all night. Got to thank Mason Thompson for being on the spotter stand for me all night. Everyone's back at Redemption Motorsports. New team, new organization to come out here and run this good in this, and only my second start in this league. I'm so stoked. It was just such a great run tonight.
Yeah, JJ, awesome job, man. You know, last week it's one thing to come out in your first start and do well at a plate track where anybody can do it, but then to come out and follow that up with honestly super impressive from front to back. You were never out of it. You were always hovering around the top few, and anytime we got settled into a long run, you were creeping into the top 3 or 4. Man, it was super impressive, and we look forward to seeing you run some more races with us here.
Oh yeah, guys, I can't thank you guys enough for just putting on the broadcast, putting on the whole league in general. This has been one of the most 2 fun nights of iRacing I've ever had, and I cannot wait for the future of this.
Well, we like you bringing that excitement to us, and we look for the 39 to be a threat for next season's Development Series Championship fight based off the runs we've seen out of you. That series is going to start March 16th, so everyone stay tuned. That's JJ Hill, your third place finisher tonight.
Thanks, guys.
And I accidentally skipped Ryan Potter. Ryan ended up being our runner-up. Let's see if we can grab Ryan. You want to grab him, Dylan?
Yeah, I'll go get him real quick. Where is he?
Hello.
There he is. Ryan Potter. How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
So, what happened tonight, man? I saw some stuff out of you that I haven't seen yet, man. You were out there wheeling and dealing and giving old Jax a run for his money, man.
I tell you what, I came into this race with absolutely no idea how I was going to be fast, how anything. I had a chance, technically speaking, to win the championship still, I think. I don't know, depending on how many people showed up, but I did everything I could to try and win a championship tonight.
Hey, man, if it had been a Homestead NASCAR style, you might have really had a shot at it there.
Yeah, I was actually surprised with how much speed I had because I was not, I did one practice earlier today and it was in the afternoon and I was so slow. I was like, I don't know how to drive this track. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. And then the race started. I was just vibing for most of the night, just trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. And then I got the second and just followed Jackson. Was trying to save my stuff up. I saved him just as good as he was for most part of the night. And then the last run, I got behind him, I believe, because I just had a bad pit entrance or exit or one of the two. And I just was trying to track him down and lost time that way because I burnt him up at the end. But man, Roberto almost saved that too. I can't believe that.
Yeah, we were sitting here going, there's no way, like Jackson was saying. Then all of a sudden you just start thinking, man, is there a way that he could do this?
I was driving, I'm like 5 to go. We're like, this is impossible. There's no way. He's got to be. I was like, did he come in for a splash and go or something? How is he so far ahead of us? And it
He
just, I
ran
had no
out
idea.
on the exit of 4 and was actually still sputtering when he came across the line. We went to his cockpit view.
Yeah, honestly, if he'd had maybe clutched it a couple hundred
Yeah.
more feet, he might have had it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was interesting to see Tyler turn him, but yeah, it was interesting. I'm surprised, and it was incredible that he was able to save that much gas.
Yeah, big ups to him. Roberto's sneaky good. He's one of those
Yes,
guys
he
who's
is.
really quietly here, and then he just comes in and does something like that and puts himself back on the radar.
Yeah, I've learned through a lot of these races and Alan's races on Fridays that he is very good on the long run if you give him a chance. I've learned that a lot. So, yeah, sneaky.
Well, Ryan, great run tonight. Before we let you get out of here, who you got to thank for runner-up position tonight?
First off, I would like to thank Kurt because Kurt has been trying to work with me on saving my stuff lately, and it looks like it's working a little bit at least. I'd like to thank the rest of my teammates. I know Connor wrecked, that was unfortunate. Ty had a good run. Unfortunately, got kind of messed up because of the strategy at the end, but Ty had a great run tonight, so props to him. Props to Jackson for the win. It was fun working with him tonight and driving through the field with him. Thanks to you guys for broadcast. Thanks to our new sponsor, Plan B Sales, for sponsoring the developmental series next year. And yeah.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thanks for coming out and playing with these guys tonight. One spot away from victory, but a nice run nevertheless for the 99 bunch. That's Ryan Potter, your second place finisher.
Thank you.
That's also Ryan Potter, one of your guest analysts for season 2 of
That's right.
the
We're
developmental
excited.
series.
He's going to be joining Highline Media. Well, Roberto is now unmuted, so let's bring him up before we bring in the champ. And catching up with Roberto Ramirez, it's Kendall Kerr and Dylan Body in the booth. Roberto, we thought you had it, but coming off 4, we got into the cockpit and saw you were sputtering. Tell us about your race and how close you came there.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think the whole reason that I was able to even be in the position to get that close on fuel is kind of indicative of how my race in general went. It was very up and down. Got in 2 wrecks, and so I think the first strike was just kind of like a bit of a racing deal between me and the 65, and then the second wreck 38 got a little loose and collected us, which I ended up fixing like 10 seconds of damage on that stop. But what it did was allowed me to fuel up the car. And so I think it was about 22 to go. I looked at how close I was on fuel. And then I realized that I was the only one that had pit on that last caution. So from there, I just started trying to save. And I think if I had realized maybe 1 lap earlier just how close it was, I probably would have been able to, to get enough to the end. But hats Jackson for winning the race, and hats off to Alan for the championship.
Yeah, well, I know that's a very difficult position to be in. We were watching the gap, and it was going to work out that even if you had made it, you might have been maybe half a second in front of Jackson. And I know that's such an art to try and save gas, but at the same time try to manage the gap and just see how much they're gaining on you. And then what happened with the 00? It looked like he just run you over at the end. Did he not know you were out of gas, or? Because I think he would have finished second had that not happened.
Give me a push, but you can't really push in these cars, so it just kind of wrecked me. But I'm a little annoyed at that, but at the same time, I mean, I know that there wasn't a malicious intent there, so I guess I'll get over it. I'd already lost the race anyway, so is what it is. I mean, I'm just kind of glad that I was even able to make it that far. I ran out in 3, and it's tough to cut it that close. I feel like 3 to go is the lap that I lost it, because that was the lap I started speeding up to try and make sure that I was managing the gap. And 3 to go was the lap that I got below that 0.0 threshold. I was hitting that in turn 4 rather than the line. So I knew I was going to be a little short, but I still ran out before I thought I was going to, which sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. Hats off to Jackson.
Well, Roberto, you definitely made our race a whole lot more interesting. We got to give you props. You had a great run out there tonight, bringing home 5th. Who you got to thank for the run?
I guess I just got to thank Circle B Diecast, everyone that puts the series on, and thanks to Highline Media for broadcasting it. Yeah, thank you guys, and I guess hopefully we'll see you in the Premier Series next Thursday.
Yeah, I hate that it ended up for you like that, buddy. You know, I was really pulling for you to play spoiler there. I was talking to myself and thinking to myself, you know, I said Jackson was going to play spoiler, and then I'm like, man, I didn't even know Roberto was going to show up and come in here and run the fuel strategy on us. But the good news is the next run is Daytona, and that's back in your wheelhouse. You always seem to find a way to be up front when you need to at those plate tracks in the Premier League, and hopefully we'll be talking to you under better circumstances this time next week, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully next week will be good. I missed the first race last year because of actually I had a I want to say I had a accounting exam, and so that set me back, put me way back there in points, and then I ended up not making the next race. So that really threw my plans for last season out the window. So hopefully we'll be able to get in at Daytona and run a full season like I was hoping to last season. And yeah.
Well, hopefully everything works out and you don't have anything come up, because it would definitely be nice to see you up there in Premier every week.
And we know you're fast
Appreciate
in
it.
those super speedway races for sure. Take care, Roberto. Thanks for coming out and running with us tonight and putting on a heck of a show.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, let's bring CEO of Highline Racing League, Toby Wedgwood, in here to present the championship speech here to Alan Kundman. Toby, we're going to have you give the championship award via audio to Alan here, so I'm going to bring him up. Here he is.
Hey, Alan, got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Hey, just wanted to say congratulations on an awesome season. Put in the work and it shows. Just want to congratulate you on your first Development Series championship, and I'm sure it'll be the first of many to come if you keep it up. So congratulations. We're happy to have you and glad you're a part of the Highline Racing League.
Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I love running in this league, man. This is probably this is the best one around. So yeah, I'm really excited, man.
Yeah, Alan, this is Kendall and Dylan up here as well. Just walk us through the night. Obviously, the accident with the 00, you were able to miss it. It was unfortunate that happened, but we ended up being treated to a great race from start to finish. But just give us the perspective of the 2-car.
Yeah, starting the race, you know, me and Tyler, we started nose to tail, and I just wanted to make sure I could keep him in my sights throughout the whole race. And we ran nose to tail for the first 15, 20 laps or so. I mean, fortunately, we were ahead of the wreck, but it was unfortunate that he was right there and got collected in it. It sucks. It ended that way. I mean, but that's how racing goes sometimes. But after that all happened, I had it in my mind I was just going to ride around and try to stay out of the hornet's nest that was up there. Make sure I was able to bring it home in one piece.
Yeah, we saw you actually a couple times even pull it to the apron when they were 3 and 4 wide, which I don't blame you. It's just we've seen it happen with Jimmy Johnson so many times. You just have to run 15th or 16th and bring it home in one piece.
Exactly. Which I thought that's where we were going to end up, but then I guess with like the different pit strategies and stuff, I think we ended up like 6th or so. I mean, I'll take it though.
Well, Alan, you are a true deserving champ. We had talked about, Tyler missed that one race, but really, if you didn't run out of gas in those 2 races, they would have easily been top 5s, one probably a win, and it wouldn't be close at all. So congratulations. The inaugural Development Series champion is Alan Kundman. Anybody you want to thank for just the entire series?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to thank you guys for putting this on, Highline Media and all of that. The Racing Warehouse, Plan B sales are coming on this year, and next season. You know, the Racing Warehouse, RBG, all those guys. Everybody who shows up every week, everybody who races clean, races hard. You know, I appreciate everybody showing up and joining this league and bringing some very good competition.
Yeah, I know this has been a long time coming for the development series. It's going to be exciting to watch some of these guys move up and race with us in the Premier Series. And I'm sure there'll still be some Premier guys from time to time getting down here, but you guys had to take advantage while you were still eligible in this inaugural, because I don't think it's going to happen again. But a true deserving champ, Alan, and hats off, my friend.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So that's your champion. That's Alan Kundman. He does it somewhat easier than he was expecting to have to do tonight after the early crash with the 0-0. But heck, you'll take him when you can get him any way you can, right, Dylan?
Yeah, a win's a win, man. Especially like he said, with this level of competition, you gotta take it when you can, and that's congratulations to Alan. He deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been here all year. He's done a lot of extra stuff for this series and to make it as successful as it's been in our inaugural year, because we threw this thing together in about a week's notice, and from the first generic idea to making it happen. And I don't think that without Alan's work behind the scenes, this thing would have been nearly as successful as it's been. And to be able to do all of that and still come out here and win a championship is just super impressive. Says a lot about Alan.
Oh, yeah. Well, we need to go through the entire finishing order from tonight's race. Do you happen to have that in front of you? I'm trying to get a copy here put in front of the screen, but Jackson Hartman ended up winning. Ryan Potter was second. J.J. Hill ends up third. Dylan Smith fourth. Roberto Ramirez fifth after running out of gas on the last lap there. Alan Kundman actually ended up sixth. We didn't even get a chance to talk about that, so ended up with a great run, really, through that pit strategy at the end.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Dylan Wedgwood quietly worked his way up to seventh. Adam Bossy, another top 10 in eighth. Brad Kress ninth, and Ty Smith was the last one of the top 10.
And starting in 11th place, his favorite position to finish, Dylan Poteet in the number 78. And that's a joke at him. I think that's the third or fourth time Dylan's finished 11th in 5 or 6 starts this season. Following him is Trevor Hook in the 84. Andrew Baker in the 34 by 13th. Scott McCarris brings home 14th in the 65. Tyler Rush will come home 15th, followed by Daniel Clark. Bucky Burt, after a small speeding penalty, botched his pit road exit, lost all of that great momentum he had built up in track position. He's going to bring it home 17th. Yeah, he messaged me right after and let me know what happened, so we understood why he'd fallen off a cliff. Steve Rada is going to bring it home right behind him, followed by Tyler Snyder, Dalton Beer, Corey Blevins, Toby Wedgwood, Connor Holden, and Matt Owens will be our final finisher tonight after his early unfortunate luck.
Well, that's all she wrote from the development series. Any final thoughts, Dylan?
I'm ready for next season. Next season's super exciting. We got a lot of new fun tricks me and Kendall are going to be trying out here in the booth for you guys. Like we said, Ryan Potter's coming along. And don't forget, next Thursday, we got 2 duels at Daytona, man. We're not wasting any time. We're getting right back into this thing.
That's exactly right. That's going to be the Premier Series, and a lot of these development guys are going to try to make the show as well, so you're not going to want to miss that. That's March 11th right here on Highline Media, and starting March 16th, that following Tuesday, will be the first race of Season 2 of the Development Series, and then, as always, our Premier Series will be back full-time March 18th, back over on Max Speed TV with Rudy and the gang. So we'll leave you with this Highline Racing League promo and talk to y'all real soon. Thank you for joining us.